Got a nipple on, motherfucker.
I'm starting to feel like at this juncture in my life that being let down is practically a fucking meme that everyone sends around, like saying, hey, why don't we just let Luke down? That would be a great idea. Yeah, let's all come together and just let him down. You know, there's countless situations in my life at this point where I have just been let down for the most silliest things, for the most basic, unrealistic excuses, to the point where you know the person well enough to know that, why would you lie to me? It almost feels like that person is lying to you. So this video is obviously about being let down, and I'm going to share some experiences and how I cope with them and how I genuinely feel about what being let down is about. So first and foremost, let's put a scenario together. This is a real experience, but let's put a scenario together. So I don't know, at any point in my life, let's say you're literally just meeting your friend for a catch up. It could be for a few drinks, it could be to fucking hold hands in the park like undevoted lovers. I don't know, it's up to you. It's exactly what you want to do. So you're meeting up with this person, you've planned this 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even a month in advance. It comes to the day, okay? It comes to the day and you're sitting there and you're like, okay, right, I'll text so-and-so and make sure that we're going to be going out and having a laugh today, or doing whatever we're doing. We're just catching up, you know, it's going to be chill. We might go for lunch, even though that's not something that I would genuinely do. But you might be going for lunch, okay? You might even be having a picnic in the fucking park. But this person decides it's perfectly acceptable not to answer your texts nor your phone calls. It doesn't matter what you try and do, what avenue you try and go down. This person is perfectly fine with the fact that, oh, I'm just not going to reply to you now. Okay? All it would take for these types of people is to just literally say, hey, I'm gonna stop for a minute. Oh, I remember what I was supposed to be doing today. I was supposed to be going to meet Luke and we were supposed to be holding hands whilst having a picnic in the fucking park at lunchtime, right? But they don't, okay? They just literally wait until, let's say, you know, an hour or so after we were supposed to be meeting and go, oh, sorry, I fell asleep. You fell asleep. I could have just sat here and said another lie and gone, oh yeah, sorry, I was just sitting here having a fucking wank, and thought, you know what, I'm going to slow it down, I'm going to fucking numb my hand and I'm going to make sure that it's the best wank I've had ever, just so that I don't have to hang out with you. It's so ridiculous to me. I'm a realist, okay, and the type of person that I am, I don't fucking, I've been on this YouTube channel thing for ages and I've always tried to tell the truth to an extent, but when it comes to these rant videos that you guys are going to be getting over the next few weeks or so, this is what my channel is going to be about, by the way. But back into the point of the matter is, what I was trying to say is, I fucking hate being let down. It really grinds my gears. You know, there was once a point in my life, and this is a true story, for 3 weekends in a row, I was let down. In fact, as I was having pre-drinks at my house every time, you know, I'm sitting there thinking, well, what the fuck? I'm like half cut here and I'm not even going to be going out because there's no one to go out with, because the friend that I was supposed to be going out with decided, again, it was perfectly acceptable to just not respond or tell me when it was too little too late that they couldn't be bothered. And it just really grinds my gears. I've never really understood people like that, because if I was to give an example of myself, in the past, every excuse that I have ever made, and I do not bullshit around corners, every excuse that I have ever made, if I say this one line to you, this one sentence, sorry, I was asleep, that is real. Because if anyone's been on this channel for a long time, they will know that I've spoken about my sleeping pattern in so many random videos, to the point where everyone must think that I am literally an owl, okay? I must be an owl and I sleep at fucking night. Sleep at night? No, that's not right, is it? I sleep during the day and wake up during the night. That is a genuine excuse for me. So when I tell people that, I expect them to understand, because a lot of the close friends that I've done things with in the past, obviously, they are aware that I always have had a shitty sleeping pattern, and until recently, with the amount of work that I'm doing, but that's for another video. So I have always made sure that the person would know. So I'd always make sure that, like, if I didn't want to do something, you're going to know a couple of hours in hand before, at the very minimum, okay? Or I'd tell you a couple of days before. I'd be like, look, I can't do this because I've decided I want to do something else and I'm not really feeling doing what we're doing. Other people, I don't understand. Like, why is it perfectly acceptable for you to sit there and be like, hey, it's like 4 hours after when we were supposed to meet. You're totally drunk right now if that's what you're doing. And guess what? I don't give a fuck about you, okay? I'm not really your friend. It's just one of those things. People letting you down is just one of those things that you have to learn in life. And it's not even just friendships and stuff like that. People don't understand what it actually affects. You know, it affects relationships, friendships, even stuff to do with your family, because you can't. It's like, how bad would you feel? And I know this is a weird comparison, but how bad would you feel if you were meant to go to a fucking funeral? You were meant to go to a funeral, and this is quite a screwed up thing for me to say, but I want to get the point across, okay? So you were invited to a funeral that is a family member of yours, and you just woke up that day and went, oh, do you know what? Can't be bothered. So I'm not going to text any of my family members who are already there at the funeral. I'm just going to sit on my ass at home, eat, play Call of Duty, and not really give a fuck. Now, as deep as that is, it's still the same principle, because that friend of yours is still sitting there thinking, well, why can't you actually be bothered just to tell me that you couldn't be bothered? Do you know what I mean? Because all it takes is for you to pick up your phone, dial in a couple of flipping letters, and just say, I can't be bothered. I mean, a couple's only two, but don't get me wrong. So, I don't know, guys. There are people in this world who are letdowns. I'd love to hear your guys' stories, and I'd also like to hear your opinions on what you think I've said and whether you agree or disagree. But without further ado, guys, this has been me, Got a Nipple On, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. I'll get some recommendations and I'll think, I haven't heard this artist before, and then before you know it, I'm sitting there and I'm listening to this. Money, bitches, hoes. Where's relevance, okay? Where is relevance? If you want to hear some relevant music, I'm also going to link some local rap slash MCs that I have in my area who have some amazing fucking talent, and you'll get to hear some real shit. But this is the problem. This is the downfall of what people consider rap. They consider trap music rap.